Hello friends, this video on Kingdom Animalia Part 19 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So now we will move to the next phylum, that is Hemichordata. Now this name itself tells a lot of information about this. Hemi means half. Chordata means chordates. So hemi is half and chordata refers to chordates. So half chordates. You know what are chordates, right? When I spoke about notochord, I told you whichever animal have notochord, they are called chordates. So the last phylum is chordate, and this is the last second phylum. So hemichordata means they have a lot of similarity with chordata, but they are not chordata. So they are called hemichordata. In fact, earlier, this hemichordata was put under the phylum Chordata, but later it was found that these organisms have more similarities with the echinoderms than with chordates. That is why they were put into a separate phylum known as Hemichordata. So they have complex body differentiation. Body is bilaterally symmetrical. Body is made up of 3 layers, that is triploblastic. They are coelomates having a true coelom. Presence of stomochord. Now chordates are defined by presence of notochord, but in this case there is no notochord present, but there is a chord which is present, which is called stomochord. Stomochord is nothing but a mouth chord. So due to the presence of this cord-like structure, it was earlier confused with the chordates, but later it was seen that it was not the notochord which was present, it was actually a mouth chord. These organisms are mostly sedentary, that is, they do not move from one place to another, they are immobile. Organ system level of organization, they are marine. Let us look at an example. Belanoglossus is a very common example of hemichordata. However, under this phylum Hemichordata, we do not have a very large number of species. There are just a couple of species which exist under this phylum, maybe some 80 to 90 species exist. So that is very small in number, right? It is some countable number of species exist. So not too many very common examples. So, but if you talk about the structure, so now talking about the structure of a hemichordate, the body basically consists of 3 parts. So broadly there are 3 parts of the body. The first part is a proboscis. The second part is a collar. And the third part is a trunk. So these are the 3 basic parts of the body of a hemichordata. So trunk is this entire remaining part is trunk. So these are broadly the 3 important parts. Other than that, here you can see the structures. These are the gills. Right? Also, here you will see that dorsal and ventral nerve cords are present. Dorsal and ventral blood vessels are also present. So here this side you will have the dorsal blood vessel, this side you will have the ventral blood vessel. So similarly, the dorsal ventral nerve cord and the dorsal ventral nerve vessels are also present. Now let us see what are the purpose of each of these 3 important parts, that is proboscis, collar and trunk. What is the function or what is the purpose that they solve? Now, another important part which I didn't discuss is stomochord. As I said, stomochord is a mouth chord. It is a structure which is present in the collar region. So this collar region, in this collar region somewhere here, you have a stomochord. So many people confuse this stomochord with notochord, and that is why they grouped it under chordata. But later on further study, it was seen that more of its characteristics were similar to an echinoderm than to a chordate. That is why they were put separately as hemichordates. So here we can see that this gills then open to a pharynx, and then the pharynx opens to the stomochord. So this is the stomochord. So let us look at the different organ systems in case of hemichordata. The digestive system, they have a complete digestive system with a separate mouth and anus. Respiratory system, they have gills which help in respiration. Nervous system, they have dorsal and ventral nerve cords. As I say, the dorsal and ventral nerve cords, they run throughout the length of the body, somewhat like this. So you have one nerve cord running like this, again you have another nerve cord running somewhat like this. So there are dorsal and ventral nerve cords present throughout the body. Circulatory system, they again have dorsal heart and dorsal ventral blood vessels. So very similar to the nerve cords, there are blood vessels also which run like this. So dorsal and ventral blood vessels are present. On top of that, there is a dorsal heart which is also present. Excretory system, they have the proboscis gland which help in excretion. So here inside the proboscis region, you have a proboscis gland which actually helps in excretion. Right? Now we will talk about the reproduction. Here sexes are separate, fertilization is external because they are marine. So see, this is a general sense that in most of the organisms which are marine, the fertilization is generally external. That is, they give out their gametes and the fusion happens outside their body. Development is indirect because a larval stage is involved. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more videos, attempt free online test, get free study material, find tutors and mentors. Thank you once again.